Action! Hello and welcome to the final episode in this current series of Beacon Banter. Hello, Jacob.
Hello, Steve. Hello, everyone at home.
Yes. Oh, yes. If you're awake.
Studio audience.
Yes, we have a studio audience. Can't tell you who it is yet. This is actually quite a special show. It's not only the last in the current series. It's apparently the 80th episode of Beacon Banter since it started in 2000.
80. Wow.
80 episodes.
You've been busy.
Yeah, that's a lot of guests. That's a lot of talking. A lot of tea. It's also the 17th episode and final episode of Jacob. Can you believe you've done 17 episodes of this?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Could imagine.
I know. So we're going to sort of make sure we see him off with a bit of a bang on this show. So when I first started doing Beacon Banter, when we brought it back with Billy Jameson, I wasn't too sure, don't take this personally, about having a second host. Our predecessors were John and Anne Hampton, and the first couple of series they did where Anne was cooking and she would talk to people in the kitchen and John would interview on the sofa, worked fine. But then when it came to two of them, I couldn't see why you needed two presenters. And then we hit lockdown, and suddenly to have a second presenter was so useful. Rather than me just doing a load of Zoom chats, we could talk. I could send you on missions. Do you remember some of the people you talked to in the garden?
I remember going to the garden, yeah.
Yeah. You talked to Stu.
Yeah.
Remember Stu?
I remember Steve.
Yeah. It'd be nice to see him again some point.
Really nice, yeah.
Yeah, Chris and Yria, we interviewed them once.
I remember that, in the garden.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see them again. I wonder what they're doing now. Anyway, and we even managed to do like Christmas highlight shows. So I wanted to say a massive big thank you, Jacob, for putting up with my bad jokes, the stuff that you've had to do on the show. What would you say it's been 2 years since you've been part of Beacon. What would you say have been like high points, like with the socials and productions and so on that you've seen or been involved with?
Always been nice going out, having a nice time drinking and eating with the members of the club. It's always been a nice time. And of course, when we get together and we film Banter, it's always an enjoyable day.
Yeah, it's good. And I know you quite like the one we did with Russ, didn't you?
Yeah, it was quite interesting, yes.
Yeah. And this isn't the last we're going to see of you with Beacon or whatever. You've paid subs, so you're still going to get your magazine. We should look at what do you look in the magazine for?
The pictures.
Yeah. But this isn't the last we see of you.
No, I will be bound for visits and some of the events. Can't miss out on the Barbie.
Yeah.
Or the bingo.
No, oh yes, the bingo. Your first time ever being on the camera, am I right in thinking when you did 80 Degrees, when you played Seb in this studio with Chris Chalice, was that the first time you'd ever acted in your life?
It was the first time I've acted. I've been in productions before with school, but it's probably the first thing that's actually been filmed and stuck on the internet for everyone to see.
Yeah. And how did you feel on that morning? What was your prep for it?
Prep, you know me, usual studio prep, like any other successful actor.
It was very annoying that you have a photographic memory and you could remember the lines having not even looked at them. Because you said, yeah, I'll learn them, Steve, and then it was blatantly obvious you hadn't done. Very quickly, before we move on, what are you doing with what? Like, where are you going on to? Where are you moving to? And what are you doing career-wise? In case people don't know.
I'll be moving back to Wales, to the valleys, and I'll be still the same job, just different office, you know. So
yeah,
but
this is ONS.
Still working at home, so it's pretty much the same thing, isn't it? Just different view out the window.
Yeah. And what exactly is it you do for ONS?
I'm a software engineer. Yeah. So.
Yeah. And you still get the same sort of enjoyment out of it?
Yeah, it's so enjoyable, like work is, you know.
Challenging.
Yeah, challenging.
And final question I was going to ask you is, what do you think? Like Beacon Banter, say it's been going for like 20 odd years. Why do you think a series like this is quite useful for a club like this?
It's nice to know what people have been up to, what people are doing, what people are interested in doing, and what sort of place they want to push the club into. And it's nice for a non-serious setting to have a nice chat, you know.
Now he says non-serious, so it is 2 years almost to the day since we first started Beacon Banter together. And Jacob has done some very daft things and dressed up in some silly things over those 2 years. And of course, it wouldn't be Beacon Banter without a montage. He hasn't seen this yet, but let's take a look at some of Jacob's highlights. And over in the den part of the studio, nicely lit, is my good friend Jacob Harrison. Hello, Jacob.
Hello, Stephen. How are you?
Yeah, are you looking forward to this series?
Oh, yeah, very excited.
It's good to have you on board. So Jacob is new to Beacon, but not new to Foster's. You seem like well prepared.
I am quite prepared for this episode.
Yeah, okay, thank you for the spray. And I kind of noticed when I came in, I tripped over loads of bags, which made a lot of rustling noise. What on earth is all that about?
Well, I got a collection of snacks in the corner for my guests, you know, got to treat them. I mean, your tour, I was wanted to go, everything, you've been amazing, but, you know, since they cancelled, I thought I'd make my own tour shirt.
That's very good, yeah.
So, you know, so I don't get to go.
I don't appreciate that at all.
By the power of Grayskull!
Blocking in the head, the shoulder, other shoulder, leg.
You've never done this, you're doing well. You're doing
I
well.
lose my legs.
No.
End of series, end of budget. We've got no guests.
No guest, Stephen. This was your job, you tit, you absolute idiot.
So, your name's Giorgio Capuchucu?
Cavachuti.
So, what's that? You Italian or something?
Eh.
Who are you talking to?
Yria, something bolognese.
It's Yria Martinez Benillo.
Okay.
You can tell we haven't rehearsed that 'cause I didn't know he was going to say that.
Take a seat. Who left these?
Come on. Oscar, you alright to stay with me? I think I'm going to need your help here.
No, I wear the shirt.
So, Jacob is going to be going on location for some interviews because I've sourced you out some interviews. Are you up for going on location?
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
I'm off. See you.
Yeah, Jacob, the only thing is, I haven't told you where you're going. Right, there I look for Jacob. We've tried to find somewhere else. The production team tell me he isn't in the back garden. And oh, what the hell do you think you're doing? What's going on?
Oh, hi Steve, how's it going? Oh, here you go, Steve. I got you some cheese straws from Daniel.
Now, if you've ever gone to Premier Nights with Beacon, you'll know that Daniel makes an amazing cheese straw. So let's have a look at the selection he's got. There's just one. What? Okay, want to say goodbye, Jacob, right now? Or yeah, that's easy for him to spray. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Hey!
Well, wait a minute. If it's a Christmas special, why are we in usual garb? Let's festive this place up a bit. Well, that's much better, Steve.
Oh,
Cheers.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas! Beacon Banter are presenting you a very special Christmas special coming out on Boxing Day! Ho ho ho!
Have you grown anything this year, Jacob?
Just my belly.
This, as you see, is our new set. What do you think about the walls? Don't... Jacob, don't touch the set anymore. Sorry about that. I can't wait to see this tree. So, where is it?
There.
What is that?
It's a tree.
Oh, but it's tiny. What are you trying to do?
Gloves.
What was I meant to do with this precisely?
Well, you said to go give Tony a hand.
I said go and get Tony and Ange.
Oh, we must go lost in translation.
Yes, obviously. Oh, look, I'm really sorry. So, Jacob, you had a question for Kay, didn't you? I can edit this, okay? Can you remember the question?
No.
Yeah, okay. Don't read it off the thing.
All
so
right.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Ready.
Yeah.
Ready. Fuck.
Alright, so I said, yeah, so of course the lovely sky.
Well, Steve tells me you've been beacon. Oh, fuck me.
No thanks.
Okay, start again.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm tired. It's been a long day.
Oh, no.
I can't read.
There's Coke. Does that seem like 2 years?
No, it doesn't. It just seems that was like 15 minutes, wasn't it?
I didn't mean the length of the montage. No, does it feel like 2 years?
Yeah, definitely. You could see that there was 2 Christmases, so I mean,
Yeah.
The face change.
there's definitely a passage of time.
You changed a bit. Your hair sort of like went like this at one point and then went back in. But just going to talk. So the joint,
Lockdown,
of
no
course.
haircuts, wasn't it? So.
Yeah, I know. It was. Yeah, you couldn't go to the hairdressers.
What's
I'm
your
just excused
excuse
now.
now? Hey!
I think we need more time to practice cutting hair before I go.
Shave it off, man.
We don't live with a hairdresser.
No,
Yeah,
it's true.
yeah,
I
that's
know,
true.
It's luxury.
So we are joined, as you can see. Thank you for coming along, Stu and Yria and Chris, on Jacob's last show. And Jacob actually interviewed you.
That's wrong.
Each in the garden. What did you make of the mad so-and-so when because you didn't even know him, did you? I mean, I don't think you'd even met Jacob when he interviewed you.
You're assuming we all remember.
Oh,
You guys remember? No.
it was all in the garden.
Maybe we should have watched that instead of the garden.
You remember the garden? Remember there was a garden?
Oh yeah,
There was a
definitely got
garden.
interviewed
Still
outside.
there.
Yeah.
I think we had a Chinese
Was it
answers
sunny?
actually.
Don't know.
Yeah, it was very sunny. You brought Moz along.
Wow, that's a good memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Do you remember
It was
that?
very warm.
Yeah,
I
very
had
good.
Moz.
That's right.
Tell me more.
So Beacon, obviously we were a bit restricted last year with what we could do, but we're in our 35th year this year. What do you sort of think would like to see projects that Beacon should do for its future? How do you think it can continue to evolve, to attract sort of new members and so on? What would you think? Maybe start with you, Chris, but cause I know you've had a few ideas for some of your other interests that maybe stuff that Beacon could get involved with.
Yeah, so my Kung Fu club do demonstrations and performances.
They do
My
come
guess,
through as well.
okay.
They've done filming in shorts and things like that, and I think that'd be quite an interesting partnership.
Yeah.
I know you came along and helped film the Chinese New Year.
It was a scary time
Performance.
for you. Well, for Yria and I, you were very relaxed. What did he do?
Oh, like that break your chest, whatever, how you call it.
Explain a bit better than Yria. It was a bit more than that. You were laying on. Just explain for these two.
Would you mind?
Okay, so one of my colleagues was lying on the floor, and he had a nail bed on his chest, which had nails sticking out both ways. And then I lay on the nail bed on top of him, and then had a concrete slab.
Two,
in fact, two concrete bricks on my
Wait,
chest.
was
that
it
were
a
broken
slab
with
or
a sledgehammer?
Oh, that's cool.
No, it was a proper
Yeah,
brick.
it was.
Yeah.
That's
It
so
was a
cool.
solid one. Yeah.
Very dangerous.
So.
So yeah, something sort of like the comedy shorts would be a good thing to do, and I've seen a couple of the stuff that they've done, and they are quite a bit of fun. What about you, Yria? What sort of stuff do you think we should do?
Fun stuff. Anything that is enjoyable. People
Yeah.
will
Just
come
want
along.
drunk.
Fun stuff.
Not necessarily.
We've
but
often said to
it
do
could be.
something
Yes.
like this, drunk. Would you agree?
Yes.
Just to do drunk.
Yes.
But we'd lure him
Yeah.
back for
Yeah.
that. He would
Just
come
do
to-
it like a series that's what it is. It's the drunk series.
Yeah. Well, I think that was
perhaps.
his plan for the future. But when we did Banter, do you remember you sat in the corner with your Fosters?
How was no one drunk?
Doesn't
And I
work
was
like
sad
that.
and alone in
Yeah.
the corner.
We did this.
Especially if it was Tears and Fosters.
Yeah.
And we filmed all day, so he just got steadily drunk.
Yeah, we'd have to all do it. And whether you start sober or not, that's a...
Well, like them programs where like they go interviews and everybody's drinking.
You'd have to a couple hours in the green room first, so you actually start a bit. So, because otherwise the good conversation doesn't happen.
We've got a green room.
We'll have to be
Yeah.
drinks
We'll have to
before.
make one.
We're definitely up for doing this. We'd love to do it. We always
Yeah.
wanted to do it. And
Yeah.
to see, and if you especially have a few subjects to like, you want some daft stuff, but to
Subjects.
get people's, like on that would be quite fun.
Well, like a podcast would go for like an hour. So
Yeah.
you could do an hour show.
think
It'd be
it'd be
longer
great
than
fun.
that, but you'd have to cut it
yeah,
together.
yeah. Get rid of all the expletives.
Yeah.
Oh, what's
So
that?
that'd be fun.
What other stuff? So aside from that, what other? Cause that's a really good idea. What other stuff would you
You're
sort of think?
welcome.
Well, that was my idea,
Yeah.
and I've also got a Kung Fu club.
You can do a podcast.
I contributed.
In different places. Yeah.
No.
You're working on the new 80 Degree series, well, aren't you?
Yeah, I want to write something, but there you go.
Yeah.
Waiting for your creative juices to flow.
That's it, man. You just need the time, don't you, to sit there and focus. And then
Yeah.
it's hard to get people together. to
Well, as
write
we
shit,
found.
As we know.
Yeah.
But my ideas are like sci-fi stuff, and we've kind of done that, so maybe
A different take on it.
do something else.
Mm.
It's hard to do comedy, but that bring people in. Like you said, fun stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. I like the short series ideas, like 80 Degrees and shit.
Yeah.
So
They're
you're
nice.
not doing Stephen Brown, like...
And I think people
For
know
like
that
20 years.
it's true. I think we're gradually changing people's realisation that you don't have to be committed to like, oh god, I've got to do 8 weeks of filming and it's 4 hours every. And it's actually, oh yeah, it's one stunt and that's it.
Yeah.
It's done. So yeah. What about you, Jacob? What would you think would be good to see the club do?
Anything. Something.
Something.
Anything. After these 2
Something.
years, anything is
Yeah.
good, because
Yeah.
we've been quite slow with producing things, but now wings are slowly spinning into full gear again. We'll actually be, producing some quality content.
Yeah, it'd be a,
Well, we got
that'd
rid
be
of
a
some
change.
dead weight.
Wow.
So we're coming to the end of the show.
Anyway.
So big thanks to Jacob. Now whether you like this or not, I don't know. I got you this is a little gift from the club, but it is something that when I originally said to you a long
Is it a
time.
can of Foster's?
Yeah, I should have got a can of Foster's. I should have done
Shut it
that. No, it's
Just pause on
it's actually ages ago I asked you what if I could get you something, and it's something you said to get that, and I couldn't get it at the place, but I did get it. So it's a book,
Oh wow, that's
which is Bleach.
that's pretty cool. Thank you. Yeah,
You're very welcome.
I've been waiting to read this.
And I've actually written in. What does it say?
Dear Jacob, don't just look at the pictures, Steve. I will look at the pictures, but that's
Yeah.
amazing, man. That's great. I've been looking forward to reading that.
Yeah, because I think there's one of three. It's the
Yeah,
first
there's
of
three of them out. Yeah,
So I did see
definitely.
that. So
Yeah.
cool. But thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, mate. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have you enjoyed yourself?
I've enjoyed my time. Yeah.
Cool.
Definitely.
We're gonna miss you.
Oh,
We are.
I miss you all too.
Ah,
you're coming back.
You will.
you will.
We're going to go out for food now, but thank you for joining me
Yeah,
and
bye.
Jacob and all our guests on Beacon Banter this year. Till next time, bye bye.
Thank you, everyone. It's been lovely.